better spacing, colors, and fonts in your VBox when you're coding in JavaFX. So here's my demo that I had before, and now we're going to spice this up a little bit. Okay, so the first thing, here's an HBox too, either VBox or HBox. All right, so actually I'm going to go VBox. I like them better. Okay, so now we've got our VBox. Now what we're going to do, we need to make sure that we are importing the right thing. Now what we're going to do, in VBox, we're just going to throw a 10 when we construct this VBox. Now we're going to have 10 pixels of spacing between each element in the VBox. So that's nice already. That's gonna spruce things up a little bit. So we're on our way to making this look better. Hey, look at those 10 pixels. Beautiful. Beautiful spacing. All right. Now we're going to dig in. Okay? Let's mess a little bit more with this VBox. So let's set the style. So this is nice. This is very much like CSS right now, cascading style sheets. That's kind of what we're doing right here. Okay, so this is going to take in a string. We do -fx, and then we get all these beautiful options. So let's set the padding. Let's set the padding to be 10. And this really is CSS, folks, so don't forget your, don't forget your semicolon there. Let's see, I have -ffx, -ffx padding. I need my semicolon, and that should be all I need. Oh, but of course I need a semicolon at the end as well. All right, so again, this looks super weird, but now it's taking in a string. We're using JavaFX. We're messing with the padding attribute, and I think this should be fine. So let's see. Let's just see what happens. That's what's great about coding. You mess up, you make it better. You mess up, you make it better. All right, so let's see. Does that look different? I think that does have the padding all around. So that gives us, yeah, I think it does. You'll see we have just the vertical spacing here. So, wow, what a difference this padding makes. What does it want to say here? No, that's fine. We're just going to roll with it. Okay? So, that again, that looks weird, but we're now putting in a string, and CSS style, pun intended, we are now giving us padding. We're giving us 10 pixels all around on all sides of the VBox. So that's nice. Okay. Now, what other things should we do? Well, we have our count label. Maybe we should mess with that a little bit. Wouldn't it be nice if count label had a different font? All right, well, let's make a new font. Inside here, we'll make a new font. Let's just do something that I know is going to work. Off the top of my head, I've got that font kicking around. So now we're setting the font up. Notice it's red. That means we got to import it. I just did a little Option Enter on a Mac, and boom, it just threw that import up there. It's very, very nice. Option Enter, and now it's not red anymore. That's beautiful. Okay, so now we have our font, and then we're gonna do a lot of set style in this video. Okay, so again, that's gonna be in a string. We're gonna go FX. So we have a font. Let's go for the background color. Again, that's something that you commonly mess with when you're doing CSS. So I don't know. Let's use the canned color light blue, and do not forget the semicolon. just like in CSS. So now we have the background color. We have the font as Arial and the background color for light blue for the count label. So let's see how that looks. And we're just going to keep shaping this. And certainly you can do things that are different. This is just meant to inspire you. Hey, cool. So it is a different font. It has a background of blue. That's cool. Now, we could probably mess with all of our labels when we make our new label for each of these elements. We can set its font. I don't know, what do we want to do here? We'll have some consistency. That's fine. Let's go, I don't know, 16-point font. Sure. And then we're going to set their style as well. Again, that's the thing that we're looking at here. Once you start sprucing things up using CSS, things start to look even better and less lame. All right, so now we're going to go for our background color here. Let's go, I don't know, I'm all about that coral life. Okay, and don't forget semicolon beforehand. All right, so now we have a coral background for each. That's the style for each of the labels. And let's see how that looks. Cool. So notice how now there's better spacing. We have a nice V-box here. We can start messing with fonts. And you know, you could change the font, I don't know, Verdana 42 or whatever. Let's just see how that looks. So again, you have lots and lots of control. You have lots and lots of control. Hey, look, now they're Verdana. So you have a lot of options for control and color. Let's just kind of riff a little bit more on this. Let's see what things. See what things we can do on the button. If I do button dot, why don't we, when the button is clicked, why don't we, I don't know, what should we do? Let's, oh, that's actually interesting. I'm gonna save that for another video, but let's change the font. Let's go Georgia. I should probably recognize that. And let's do, let's make a random size for the font. I suppose we could do that. So we could be like random r equals new random. Let's make so we're trying to make a random here. Now we're going to make a new random number. That's going to be the size. So when a button is clicked, its font will be Georgia, but it's going to be a random size. Yeah. So it's of type random. We're going to need to turn this into an int, folks. Okay, so because right now it is truly random. So we'll do r dot next int, and we'll, I don't know, maybe we could have some crazy font sizes in here. Again, just showing you the layers of randomness and interactivity that you can have. So now when a button is pressed, whoa, boy, that's crazy. Oh, look at how tiny that button was. So again, lots of things. You have lots of interactivity here. You have lots and lots of interactivity. These buttons are obviously too big, but it is kind of cool. So I hope you appreciated these demos. You now understand how you can control spacing. You can mess with fonts and colors, and it unlocks all of the things you know in CSS, and now you can make things look a little prettier. If you're enjoying these videos, feel free to like and or subscribe. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.